From a young age, from like middle school, I would go to school and there'd be these kids that would, I don't know, get up on stage and like do their little jam. It didn't make sense to me. Like how they could be so comfortable in their own skin. Then you find drinking and you're like, for the first time in my life, like I'm kind of free of all of that, like fear of failure and all the insecurity and all the, I don't know, weird obsessions. One of the things I've learned about alcoholism and addiction is that it gets like worse, never better. You know, it's an ever deepening cycle of depression, despair, discomfort. But I met some dudes at treatment who like for the first time like kind of looked like me, kind of sounded like me. They surf and do jujitsu and sat there and talked to me, and I could tell like within like a couple minutes of talking to them that they'd been where I'd been and they weren't there anymore. And in that moment, making the decision that like whatever it took, I wanted what these guys had and I was willing to do whatever it fucking took. I didn't care.
I had everything any kid could ever want growing up. Like everything was handed to me. I had a very privileged upbringing. Looking back now, I can see there was always something that I felt like I was missing, or that I didn't quite feel whole, or I didn't quite feel enough, or I didn't quite feel like I belonged. I still like have this image in my head of sitting in a dorm room and I have drugs in my hand and really thinking to myself, like, is this really going to be the rest of my life? I think there was a small window of opportunity, a small window of hope where I was like, okay, maybe this time I can try it. And so I entered a women's treatment center in 2014 and have been sober ever since. Many people don't have the opportunity for another chance at life, so I'm super grateful that we're sitting here and that we now have an opportunity to give back really what we were given. We wanted to figure out a way of how do we combine our passions and our skills, me being a clinician, Ryan being a surf coach, and be able to make an impact and change people's lives. We decided around this time last year, do we do a nonprofit? And we were like, I don't know, I guess.
Like this thing that I was trying to figure out and had been thinking about, she just came in and instantly knew where to take it.
We run a number of different programs at Waves of Recovery. We normally start off on the beach, and then we always start with the mindfulness component, whether that is doing yoga together, meditation, sound healing. We also have mental health discussions that take place on the beach, and for us it's really about diving deeper into having more meaningful conversations with one another. And then from there we move into our surf workshops, and anyone is welcome to come, no surf experience required, and then we all go out in the water together. Our only requirement is that you come and you are sober at our event, but outside of that, for us it was really just a way to engage our community members in trying something new. This is a therapeutic modality that can really serve our community and can really, change the trajectory of someone's life who maybe has had difficulties entering mental health treatment or substance use treatment. There are so many barriers that we can talk about when it comes to accessing mental health treatment or substance use treatment. And so we really wanted to create a safe space for our community to come together.
I'm not perfect, I'm human, I blow it all the time, but it's this idea of like, let me leave everything and everyone that I find better than I found them.
We were not supposed to do things alone in this world. We are a community.